you don't lose your life to the system. You know what I'm saying? Like there's too much out here that you do legitimately to make money and to live the life that you want to live legit. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the era that I came up with, not glorifying that era. It wasn't a choice. I didn't wake up and say I want to be a drug. It's looked at my situation, my family situation, and I had to do what I had to do to make that change. But now today, if I was a young guy today, I would have to go out of my way, sell drugs, and possibly lead myself to being incarcerated for a lifetime, you know, and or accepting a 30-year plea like I do to not lose my life. Praying that hopefully God would make some laws change something, bring it home early, which is what happened for me. I'm a
So
what was like some of the hardest, parts of the daily life people may not understand? A lot of people, I'm sure that are in this room possibly have loved ones that's incarcerated. People that they care about. What's some of the hardships that you endured, behind the wall, as opposed to what people may think?
and, behind the wall, like me, I'm a real family, a family. You know, my friend, if I consider a family, I'm consider them friends. We don't be friends for so long before we get family. And it's like when the holidays, which my worst time, maybe get the whole much right. The holiday season, after Halloween, when you talking about Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, like that was hard for me. I'm in there bitter. I'm mad at the word, like, damn, I'm in there, no evidence against me. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, not in there. I'm not locked up for what I've done. I'm locked up for what I wait. That's how I dealt with it. You can't, you gotta watch it. My son was 5 years old. My daughter was 15 and 16. I come home, my daughter was 30, and my son is 24, 25. See what I'm saying? Like, you miss that moment with to be a real father from more than just being on the phone or getting a visit here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like my oldest daughter got my three grandchildren. Yeah. She just went to over 37 years old. It's like I'm glad I'm home now to be able to help out and help the like situation. And being that I can be there from 15, 16 on up, and from him being 5 years old, him on up. You know, that's that's the sad part. I wouldn't change nothing, but that's the part that I got to deal with being incarcerated and being big people. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's a gift and a curse. You know what I mean?
I'm happy that you addressed family because now, part of a new family of, brothers who have come home and adjusting, after being incarcerated. And, you know, dealing with the world that counted them out. How do you see yourself participating in that fight, right? Is it like justice, reform, just the opportunity for them? Like, how do you see yourself navigating that?
But for me, I want people to understand that you don't have to do the prison not cool. Not a cool thing to do. And it seems like it's normal because for our society, we always have to deal with prison. If you don't go yourself, someone in your family go close friend of yours. You know what I'm saying? So it's either prison or the graveyard. We trying to avoid both. You know what I mean? Even though death is inevitable, you like to die old and young. You know what I'm saying? It's like me personally, I just want to let people know that out there trying to be like I've met a lot of big people that took the blueprint. Some billionaires, some multi-billionaires. You know what I'm saying? So they took stuff from me the way I would have my organization. Is it legitimate? So there's a proof that it worked. You know what I'm saying? They always say, oh, Big Meech could run Fortune 500. Yeah, but you knew that about your You didn't know that about my education. I didn't go to college. I got a ninth grade education. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't know that I could run a Fortune 500 company until you think about it. in the streets.
That's tough because just, you know, navigating that, you know what I'm saying? Like, myself, fortunately, a high school dropout, like, there's a big community where people feel lesser than because they don't achieve education at some sort of point. I mean, and, when you're doing these things, everybody calls you a genius, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like a genius for what, right? Um, I want to know also, what does a formerly incarcerated man need most in the first 90 days of being home, and who in society is actually providing?
That's what it is. Well, first, it's support system. Just like you need to secure another thing. We need support system. It helps. That's right. So it's hard coming up. Not everybody is big. Right. You know, you need a good support system on the right track. Wow, okay, how many years does what have like things just so we can go back to the same thing? That's the big. Or even some drugs, like, or you to wake up, they're gonna push you right back in the ghetto. Many of us coming home wants to shovel. So going back to the ghetto, going back to seeing that everyday life, it's like you struggle. You got in your mind, oh, I'm not gonna struggle. Yeah, if you ain't gonna struggle, you take a chance on going back to good support system. And even if you system of all your family members dead or whatever, you got good friends or whatever, just keep your job. Like there's more opportunities out there now in this era for ex-felons than it was 10 years ago. They know what you may know, you know, when prison will work, will put in the work. Like people that's been out there haven't done no time, they don't really want to work. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants this easy life, but as president, you done a long time, you work. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna work, you're gonna keep doing HVAC, you're doing plumbing, you're doing all kind of stuff, electricity, you're doing everything.
You also carry one of the most recognized names in this culture, right? And does that name now carry a through obligation, right? Like I think the law is very big, right? Like people know in Big Beach, they see the stories, they watch the documentaries, but I'm pretty sure that's not all you want to be known for. What does that do? Obligation and what your name may mean, or how you can change it with that today.
But you know, like I said, the former me, former lifestyle that I lived in, I was trying to say the word. That's something that's God trying to realize. You know what I'm saying? But if I could say one person in this world, he's the one person that have the experience, humiliating experience about experience. You know, no matter how you big beats you run a yard, none of that shit don't matter, but you going through that business thing the next person is been over. Right. You know, that's humiliating in front of another man. You know what I'm saying? That's a humiliation. That, you gotta get out your phone every day, 6 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Go work for 12, 15 hours, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like it's bad. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's really bad. That's not nothing to your about. You know, but you can have to do what you gotta do if you unfortunately have to experience prison. But I realize, you know, if I could just teach a lesson, not to make prison and enjoy what's going on out here today. You got so many, you got content people, you got streamers, but none of that would exist. You know what I'm saying? None of that existed in my era. You know what I'm saying? Basketball players want to make as much money as they make it out. Baseball, football, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different world out here, and it's a different money. Even the minimum wage been raised. Like, so that when I left, it's $3 or something, $5, $5 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna survive on $5 an hour? You gotta wait 2 weeks to get your first income.
That's right.
You know, so today's world is just a little bit better. Back then.
Also, what would it take like to step into that, you know, or step into that fight to be able to, you know, help people who are dealing with the circumstances, right? Like, and what would you be willing to do? And then also, like, what would you need to do that sustainable, right? To put yourself in a position where you're not trying to change the world necessarily, but change it.
sit on platforms like this. That's not, I have to be part of stuff like this. Yeah, people come, hey, listen. You know, you got their attention. It's hard. Too many distractions. So you can't even really do it on the internet. Cause like, if something negative on the internet, then they're gonna stop and read the whole, and get your full attention. But if something positive, you just flip straight through it. You see what I'm saying? And that's the sad part. Well, people, not just but people. In general, you entertain the negativity, but when it's something positive, you skip right over. You don't want to hear how good it was. Legitimately thinking, you want to hear how bad it was, on my way back to prison, and all that. You want to entertain that, not gonna entertain anything that always got the ball straight by.
Big John, Sean Taylor, what's going on, bro?
Right.
Doing good. So you spent years, you know what I mean, fighting for the people who are exactly what Big Leash did, he just described. And when you hear what he's saying about family obligation or what formerly incarcerated people actually need, right? How does that match, you know, on the ground, like the work that you got to put in on the ground, and also what happens to that fight when the people who should be leading don't have the resources, the platform?
So for the first piece around family, but I keep looking around this room because I see so many people that have been with us on this journey since 2017, 2018. Some people that have known love, some family is love, you know what I mean? When somebody come home, we talked about it earlier, there are folks who feel traumatized. They feel like, they went through bad experiences with folks, so they don't have the capacity because hurt people and heal people help. Healing people help. So they haven't gotten the help that they need so that they can welcome folks back home. Sometimes your own family doesn't look at you as if you have value or there's worth. Like when I was at the radio station earlier, we was listening to Meech talk about how he was communicating with his son. Well, that's a powerful thing, bro. Like we have to keep those connections. We can't let folks unity get canceled because of respectability politics, because we trying to stay away from trouble, because I don't want to fool that kid. I ain't trying to. Man, look, they are family. We don't get to cancel human beings. That's not what we do. So part of it is understanding that when people come home, they need love and respect and care, but they also need a little time. Because when you go up the way, you go into a time capsule. You feel me? You live in the same horrible day. I tell folks sometimes, I told this story. My father got picked up on Wednesday. The last time I saw my father, I was around 10 years old, man. It was a Tuesday. I went to bed, told my daddy good night. Wednesday, no daddy. Thursday, no daddy. Friday, no daddy. By Saturday, I'm asking my mama, like, where daddy at? It took us about a year and a half before I actually saw my at Mansfield State Penitentiary. One time, 8 years to serve for it. They tried to hit him with money. But see, my daddy never came home. The man came home.
Right.
But what you have to become to survive those conditions will inevitably change you. My daddy didn't just serve that time. I served every fucking day with him. My mama did serve every fucking day with him. When he came home, he was already on. He didn't care about nothing nobody said. But when he came home, you could tell that what he had to endure and experience transformed the very nature of who he was. But when he hit them streets, it was the same Big John. What no conditions for him to come out, make no bread, no leak away. He went right back to the game. He went right back. So now he's doing it with the pain and the pressure and the trauma. Me said earlier, like, bro, people get tired of living in conditions that are disrespectful, that are humiliating. But the reason we get into these conditions in the first place is because everyday life is humiliating. To be poor and black in America can be humiliating. So we're not gonna pretend like somebody come home from jail, come home from prison, come home from being kidnapped, and all of a sudden now this shit is less humiliating. And now I'm mad because I ain't seen your ass in 4 years. I was 10, and I'm 14, about to be 15. I'm a grown ass man, damn nigga. You don't even know who I am no more. But if I don't give him the space and the grace so we can build a relationship again, never will. So it's about that grace. It's about that space.
That's powerful. You also know as an architect for this work, right? Tell us what BMI is actually doing, not the mission statement version. Hey, don't give us the drink that the dudes get, right? But also the real version. What does a Tuesday look like when you're fighting for someone who just came home from a federal bid with $200 and nowhere to go?
Tuesday is simple, right? Motherfucker ain't got nowhere to go. First thing